Hello guys, welcome to my Rush small group base design idea. This base is an absolute monster. 50 C4 to foundation wipe, 60 rockets to get every single chest inside, and it's really cheap for that as well. 80k stone, 30k wood, 15k metal frags. Stay tuned for the rest of the video guys, and I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, so we'll jump straight into the tour. I'm not going to show you how to build this outside area. It's quite simple. If you get stuck, check out the fortify at the end of the video. As you can see, we have a metal shop front for looking outside your front door, bulletproof windows so you can't be door camped without you seeing them out there. As you'll see here, there's also access for a side exit, or as I've put here, a vending machine. We go inside. You go through these airlock doors. You can access the back door there to close it to protect the vending machine. Out into the garden here, we've got the water catcher, large furnace, and refinery. Now, if we head inside the base, you'll see the extent of the double stacking beauty that it is. So double stack doors there. You go inside, more double stack doors coming through, brings you to the ladder hatch. You go inside from here, deeper into the base, and bring you to your drop chests. If you need to drop stuff off in a hurry, behind that stone wall there in front of us is the TC on the bottom floor. You can have that doored off if you need access. Now if we head up this ladder here, we'll be able to access the ladder hatch to take us to our first living area of the base. As you can see, this area here is double stacked with a door, a double door and a small door to bring you into the living area. As you can see here, there's the furnace room. There's 5 small furnaces for creating your charcoal, cooking up your sulfur. Your first bed area, including large chests. You can have 2 large chests or small chests in here if you are tight on space. It's not particularly easy to get inside, but you can get out of these rooms incredibly easy, so that's all that matters really. Through here you've got your first big drop area. This area holds 5 large boxes, 2 small boxes. This is, in my opinion, the most optimal setup for a 1x1 storage area. We've headed through to here. There's another airlock double stack doors, and your second bedding area, and you can access this chest here, and you can get out of the room easily as well. Now if we head upstairs, closing this double stacked airlocked ladder hatch here, this will be your main loot room. I'm not going to tell you how to set up this loot room, as it's your base in the end of the day. I'm just selling you the idea here. This area that I've left open are areas of the room that I would suggest using. I'm not going to tell you exactly where to put it though, because that would make it far too easy for raiders to just watch the video and know where to hit. Now if we head upstairs, you'll see our gun port, our gun room. Obviously window bars, doorways to look down, shoot people underneath your base. There's so much you can do with this kind of rooms. Obviously you can have your repair bench and your fridges up here, some large boxes that you'll see in a second here, to shoot down, and also act as extra storage, as this room is fairly hard to get to if you're raiding. Inside the core here we have another loot room, 4 large boxes in the TC. You can block off your TC there if you are security conscious, and have less storage. I prefer the increased storage and a little bit more of a risk. Now if we come up to the roof here, you'll see the roof. I've set out lots of different ways that you could set this up, using barrels, repair benches, sandbags, barricades, signs. With these crossed intersecting roofs, you can get really nice angles. Obviously the signs here, you can get really good protection from people whose bases are taller than yours perhaps. You can use the repair benches as bulletproof windows to look out without being shot. Also gives you a bit of cover to hide behind if you are being raided. Water barrels are extremely handy for, again, people whose bases are taller than yours, or fighting the heli if even. I wouldn't recommend doing that with this base. It's not particularly designed to do so, but it can do it in a pinch if you need to. Now if we head up this ladder here, this will be our sniper area. Apparently I don't know how to use ladders. Just fantastic. Okay, this is just silly now at this point. Alright, let's actually get into the sniper tower for the third time. There we go, third time lucky. You can see I'd put sleeping bags up here, so if you get killed in here, you can spawn up here, and a chest to hold any, you know, meds or bullets or guns that you may want to use in here. Sniper tower, obviously with the windows on all sides bar one, you'll be able to get a really good field of view of your base and be able to shoot people from absolutely miles away. It's really handy for that. But yeah, that's the base tour. Please stay tuned for the build. Alright guys, so you want to start with 4 triangles, creating a larger triangle, and then add squares to every face of the triangle, and then add triangles to every face of the squares. Then remove the squares and add 2 triangles and delete one of them, leaving the middle triangle. Then you want to add these intersecting triangles that poke into the center triangle. You can see the tooltip at the top right there if you are struggling, and use the cog icon to slow down the video if it's going too fast. As you can see, this is what you want. You can use this center triangle as a living area, as a starter base. It works very well. You want to add walls here, and you want to add large doors, so wall frames here. You need wall frames because obviously a door you can't get through, so wall frames there. Then you want to add these walls here. These walls are very particular because if you don't add the center triangle walls first, they will not go down. So you see how the order I'm doing is very important. Make sure you add those inner triangle walls before you add the rest of the honeycombing. Now just go through and do the simple honeycombing. The video's too fast, just slow it down. So as you can see, when we get to our door bit here, I did actually misplace that wall there. These all want to be doorways, apart from this area here, this fake triangle. So you want doorways here. It will allow you to have, you know, lots of doors in a row, so the chances of you getting gunned deep on ain't very high. I mean, sure, they might get through your airlock and your second airlock, they ain't going to get through your third and fourth airlock. You know, it's just not practical. So obviously this room here in the center will have some shit in it if you used it as a starter base. So this is what you're going to want it to look like. As you can see, I have missed 2 walls. Obviously you can use a ladder or a box to get up and check that you have everything. Careful not to fall in the honeycombing though, because it is a bitch to get out of. Obviously you would already have these ceilings here if you had used the triangle as a starter. If you haven't, then you can avoid putting them in and it will give you some added security. I'm building this as if you had used the triangle for a starter though. So now you want to add the outer walls, because if you don't add these outer walls first, you won't be able to place the floors in the ceiling. So add triangles where I'm showing here, and then add a ladder hatch right above your doorway area, and then the rest of the floors, and then fill in the center. As you can see, the beauty of this base is it does not have any holes in the ceiling or on the floor, even though the bottom is incredibly double stacked. So if you had a small chest here, you can use it as a jump chest to get up until you can afford to build a ladder. Now this is going to be your first living area floor. So just go ahead and add walls around the edge here, and then add your ceilings. So you want to add your ladder hatch to there, it's really important. Just pay attention to the orientation of where your ladder hatch, the first one ladder hatch is, and then you'll be able to place the second one. Follow the honeycombing as I'm doing here. This makes this room rocket proof, at least from the outside. So they're not going to be rocketing and then coming across any loot, really, unless they're going deep on your base, and then, you know, at that point they're going to have to bring a lot of rockets to get all your loot. So add doorways here where shown, and double doors and walls. This will allow you to begin setting up your first room and begin to move all your loot from that little starter upstairs. Obviously I misplaced that wall there, but right here is where your TC is going to be, and then this is your other bedroom, as you saw in the tour. So now you go back downstairs and you'll be able to fill in all this honeycombing. Now remember, as again, you have to place the inner triangle walls first or it will not go down. So just slow down the video if it's a little bit too fast for you using the cog icon. If not, just watch and do as I do and it will all fit in nicely. So keep that wall there open, obviously, so you can get out once you've done. You don't want to lock yourself in your own honeycombing. And then if you go back upstairs, you'll be able to do your airlock for your ladder hatch. These are, I love these things, airlocks and the ladder hatches. It adds such another level of protection from online raids. You may have to come inside here just to place it, but it'll go down nicely. So go ahead and add your beds in your bedrooms. Probably gonna have to close the doors to get these to go down if you've placed the doors already. And then add low walls glitching through the beds. These will be to place your large chest on top of. Check you can access that chest after you've placed it, and then go and do the exact same thing in the other bedroom. So now we're going to add our quick drop area. This is the area right next to the ladder hatch coming up and next to the ladder hatch going down as well. Add the chest house shown. I find this is the best way of doing a 1x1 chest area. Once you've placed all the chests, do double check that you can access all of them. Sometimes you can misplace it and waste a little bit of resources, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to do. So you want to come into your furnace area. It's a little bit fiddly to place. I recommend placing the corner first and then working from the corner to the door and then work from the corner to the double doors. I found this was the best way of making sure they place down nicely. You will need to open the double doors to place the last furnace, and then the double doors will nicely glitch through. This is a plan of the room without the walls for you guys to be able to see the orientation of everything. Furnace is here, then bedroom, then a one triangle gap, and your other bedroom, and then your ladder hatch. Now if we go upstairs, we can begin to do the loot room. Obviously you just add your walls around the corner, around the edges, as we have done on all the other levels. And then your honeycombing. Now remember, I'm not going to tell you how to do the loot room, as I mentioned in the tour. This is your own base now, and your loot room should be your own. It should be unique to your base, and not, completely, oh, I know this loot room because I watched the video. It needs to be your own, make it your own. Use the space as uniquely as you possibly can, shall I say. You want to go ahead and add triangles here where shown. Just follow the video, slow it down if you need to, but these are your the doorways to look down below your base. So there's every area here where you can place them.
But yeah, just follow the video and you should be able to get the hang of where these triangle floors should go. And this is an area view of what you should have when you're done. Go through and add your doors, make sure they are facing each other and they open towards each other. This will give you added security from people shooting at you through your windows or shooting at you through the gap in the floor. You can use the doors for cover and it helps a lot. Now you can go ahead and add these center walls to create the center loot area. Add your doors. Go ahead and add on some metal frames to your windows to stop your guns falling out if you get shot. Then you can go ahead and do the roof. Don't worry about the stability, it's just a little bit fiddly here. You have to place these squares before you can place the triangles. Remember to add your ladder hatch. Don't do what I did and forget it. There we go. And now you're on your roof. So your roof is these triangles there that you're going to want to add. As you can see, a lot of places you can't add roofs no matter how hard you try. Remember, if it's a little bit too fast for you guys, slide down with the cog icon. So you want to add low walls around the edge here, where you can't place the roofs. There are some different ways you can set up your roof. Obviously, it will depend on the location you've built the base and what is around, but this is how I prefer to have my roofs. Very open, very easy to move around. Obviously here you add your sniper tower. Just use wall frames to build up as it gives the stability, and then one wall frame for your door and windows, and then just add a roof. Obviously you will have to use ladders to get up here. I just used no clip because, you know, I had no clip. But yeah, just add your ladders how shown here and you should be able to get in. Go through and make sure you add on your wooden shutters as well, as these will give your base a lot more security from people sniping you. Then you can go through and add your TCs, your 5th and your 3rd and your 1st floor TC. You can also do a 7th floor TC, which you should have seen in the tour. It's situated just below your sniper port at the top, but it's not necessary. It adds a little bit of security, but not a lot. So this is how you set out the bottom floor loot room. So you just glitch a shelving unit in through the wall there, and then add your boxes as shown. Double check that you can access all the chests nicely before you leave. And there we go. And you can come back upstairs, and there is obviously room for planters up here. Picnic set if you are into that RP kind of stuff. If not, just, you know, grow your hemp up here and your corn and your pumpkins, because why not? Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been Hexaven. Give me a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks to my buddy Fury for allowing me to use his awesome music for this video. Stay tuned for the Fortify speed build after the end here. Thank you very much guys, most appreciated. Bye.
Bye.